What up, everybody? In today's video, we're going to be adding in the arrows that are going to be shooting from these holes, and we will also add the collision to those arrows so they will be able to kill us and teleport us and subtract the life as they hit us. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the code. So the first thing I need to do is we need in our class level 8, we need to put that image of the arrow in. So just to save a little bit of typing, we're going to take this and we're just going to copy and paste it, but we're going to change our 3 so it's self image 3, and instead of a spike pit, we just want to call our arrow 2.png. So now this is going to have a white box around it if we just load it in like that. So we need to go set a color key to make sure it does not have a white box around it and it just looks like an arrow. I think we need to have this as a tuple or it's going to be okay. So now we have our image and we have that color key. Now we need to go ahead and put a function to draw that arrow on our screen. And this is going to take self and screen. So now we need to go screen.blit self.image3 and our self.rect. So now with our image and the color key and the function to put the image on the screen, we need one last thing. We need the arrow actual instance. So we can just put a comment here saying level 8 arrows because we're going to need 6 of them in a moment. So we will go level 8 underscore arrow 1 is equal to level 8. And we don't need it to have a room. We do not. And our X and our Y, we know the X is going to want to be at 65 because that is the same height that we put our wall at. And then our Y, I think, was 185. And now our width and our height, we want it to be skinny. So it's just 16, and then 32. So now that we have this, we can come to our starting room and we can go ahead and test to see what this is going to look like. So, and then we will go draw. Oh, did we call it arrow draw? We did call it arrow draw. Okay. So arrow draw, and then we need our screen. So now we can test this. It should bring it up on the screen. It does indeed bring it up on this screen. It is very large and it is only facing up. So when we have it coming out of these top holes, we are going to have to rotate this image and we need to make this just a little bit smaller. So in our code, we can come back up here into our image 3. And before our color key, we will go self.image 3 is actually equal to pygame transform dot scale, and then we want to scale our image 3, and we want it our self dot width and our self dot height. So let's just see if this will scale it down and make it smaller the way we want it to. It does, but once again, it is only facing up. So we will have to transform this image again or rotate it and make it face down the other way. So we will make an image 4 and we will go self.image 4 is equal to pygame dot transform dot flip, and we want to flip our self.image3, but we don't want to do it side to side. So our flip x, we are going to say that is false. We only want to flip our y, so we will put true. So now we will need to make one more argument up here, and we are going to call this direction. And just so we don't have to put it in everyone, we're going to make it optional. So we will go self.d is equal to our direction. And now here in our level 8 arrow, we need to add, we want this first one to be facing down. And now in our draw, we need to go if self.d is equal to up, we'll just leave it the way it is. Just like that. But if our self.d is equal to down, we want to go screen.blit, and we want to put image 4 on there, and self.rect. Okay, so now by adding these checks in and adding that other argument, let us test it. Our first arrow should now be facing down, and it is, but there is that white box because we forgot to add a color key to our image 4. So once again, I want to save a little bit of typing, so we just simply need to redo that, and we just need to put image 4. And now if we call this again, there we go, our white box is gone, and it is just kind of chilling there. So let's put it back on our screen where we want it. That is weird. Maybe I did that wrong. Maybe this is supposed to be 185 and this is supposed to be 65. Okay, let's check to see if that is better. Okay, so now it is over the hole, but I don't want it to look like that. I want it to look like it is coming out, and that is an easy fix. All as we need to do is draw the arrow before we draw the top of our screen. So if we put it up here, now it should be under the wall, so it will look like it is coming out. So, but we also want it to move, and we also want it to have collision. So we will just make a function for move arrow, and it will just take self, and if self.d is equal to up, we want the arrow to be moving towards the bottom of the screen. No, we want it to be moving towards the top of the screen. Excuse me. So it would be self.rect.y, and we want to add 4 to it, but if self.rect.y is less than, we'll just say, or less than, excuse me, 0 for now. We can change this up later. Our self.rect.y is going to be equal to our self.y. This will just reposition it in the area that it was first spawned in. And we are going to say if self.d is equal to down, then we just want self.rect.y to be moving towards the bottom of the screen. So we will say if self dot rect dot y is greater than the height of the screen. Just for now, we want our self dot rect dot y to be equal to self dot y again. So let's go ahead and see if this function works. And we will go level 8 underscore arrow 1 dot move arrow. And once again, we are going to put these all into a list. We're not going to do this for all 6 of our arrows. We are just seeing if this is going to work. Oh, I think we got it backwards. So this one will be minus, and this one will be plus. Let's try this one more time. And there it goes. As soon as it fires, it is. But we do not want it going into the other hole across the way because we want it to be kind of offset of each other. So let us move our self.bottom. We will just move this over by 30 pixels. And let's see what that looks like. Okay, that looks a little bit better. I know everything is starting to get jumbled. We will go back and fix all this later. I just want to finish getting functionality to our arrows. So now that we know that is good, we need one last function, and that is for our collision, just for the arrows. So we will go arrow underscore collision, and we just need self and player. We do need the player this time, so we know who it hit. So we'll just say hit is equal to pygame dot sprite dot, and we're just going to go collide rect because the mask is already used by our pit, and we just want self, and then we just want the player. And then we'll go ahead and fix this spelling. Okay, so now we have our collision made. We just need to go if hit. We want our player dot rect dot x to be equal to 0. Player dot rect equal to height divided by 2. And we also want our player to lose a life. So we will go player dot lives minus 1. So we will once again put this in R, and then if this all works, we will do a list and we will do the rest, all 8 arrows. So level 8 arrow 1 dot arrow collision. Okay, oh, and then we need turtle in there. So let's run this. Okay, it is moving. And there we go. It hits us, it teleports us. That is the 3 functions that we are going to need for our arrow. So now we just want to copy and paste this. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then go 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, the first 3 will be up, down. The second 3 will be up. And then we want to make a list. Call this arrows is equal to an empty list, but it is going to have all of our arrows. Whoops. All of our arrows in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So there's 6, 5, and then 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we will just quickly change all of these coordinates, and this will be 215, 315, and 415, and this is 765, because that is where we drew the bottom. Okay, so with all of that, we just need to make a for loop. So for A in arrows, we want it to go A dot arrow draw, I guess is what I called it. And we just need the screen. And then we want to go A move arrow. We don't need anything for that. And now we need A dot collision arrow collision, and we need to pass turtle into there. So now with this, all 6 of our arrows should be moving on the screen, and all of our arrows should be able to kill us. All right, there we go. So now everything is looking good. Our arrows are shooting off of the screen. All right, I think that is where we're going to end the video. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Bye.